In the deep Amazon, there is a snake that local communities refuse to call by a normal name. They call it the Silent Death, not because it is rare, not because it is mysterious, because it does not warn you before it strikes. No rattle, no hiss, no display, just stillness, and then it is already too late. Today we are talking about the longest venomous snake in the entire Western Hemisphere. And by the end of this video, you will understand why even experienced Amazon guides treat every single footstep on a forest trail as a potential life or death decision. Bushmaster. There is a reason the indigenous peoples of the Amazon have given this snake more names than almost any other creature in the forest. In Brazil, it is called surucucu, the one that kills in the dark. In Colombia, it is called verrugosa, the warty one, named for the rough-keeled scales that make it look like it was carved from the forest floor itself. In Peru, it is simply called the Silent Death. Every name points to the same thing, not just danger, not just venom, but a particular quality of threat that comes from an animal that is large enough to be impossible, venomous enough to be lethal, and camouflaged well enough to be effectively invisible until the moment it decides the encounter is over. The Bushmaster is the longest venomous snake in the Western Hemisphere, and in the deep Amazon forest where it lives, that title is not a biological classification, it is a warning. The Bushmaster's scientific name is Lachesis muta. Lachesis was one of the three fates in Greek mythology, the one who measured the threat of life and determined how long each person would live. Muta means silent in Latin, silent fate. The name was not chosen casually. It was chosen because this snake kills without warning, without rattling, without the threat displays that most venomous snakes use before committing to a strike. The Bushmaster does not warn, it simply acts. An adult Bushmaster reaches between 2 and 3.5 meters in length, the longest venomous snake in the Americas and one of the longest on Earth. Its body is heavy and muscular, covered in strongly keeled scales that give it a rough, bark-like texture. The coloration, tan, brown, and dark geometric shapes, replicates the visual texture of dead leaves, fallen branches, and deep forest shadow with a precision that makes it essentially invisible in its environment. A Bushmaster lying motionless on the Amazon forest floor does not look like a snake hiding in leaves. It looks like the leaves themselves. That is not an approximation. That is a complete biological erasure of the boundary between predator and environment. The venom of the Bushmaster is where its danger reaches its full scale. It is primarily hemotoxic, destroying the blood's ability to clot, causing internal bleeding that spreads through muscle tissue and organs simultaneously. But the Bushmaster's venom does not stop there. It contains a compound called Lachesis that disrupts the nervous system in addition to destroying blood tissue. Victims describe immediate and intense local pain, rapid swelling that can engulf an entire limb within hours, falling blood pressure, and neurological disruption that without treatment progresses toward organ failure. What compounds all of this is volume. The Bushmaster has the largest venom glands of any snake in the Americas. It does not deliver a measured dose, it delivers everything it has. And unlike most venomous snakes that bite once and release, the Bushmaster has a documented tendency to bite multiple times in rapid succession. A single bite is a medical emergency. Multiple bites in sequence are a different category of crisis entirely. The Bushmaster is a specialist of deep primary rainforest. It does not tolerate degraded forest, secondary growth, or forest edges. It requires the intact interior of old-growth Amazon, where the canopy is closed, the floor is permanently dark, the leaf litter is deep, and the humidity never drops. This ecological specialization makes it one of the most precise indicators of forest integrity in the Amazon. Forest ecologists use Bushmaster population data as a direct measure of forest health because this snake will not exist in anything less than genuinely intact forest. Its presence confirms the real thing. Its absence signals damage before most other indicators become visible. It hunts at night, using heat-sensing pit organs between its eyes and nostrils to detect the thermal signatures of warm-blooded prey in complete darkness. Small mammals, rodents, possums, small marsupials, form the core of its diet. Its method is sit-and-wait hunting taken to an extreme. It positions itself on a game trail or beside a fallen log where small mammals move regularly and waits, without movement, without sound, for hours, sometimes days. When prey enters range, the strike happens in milliseconds. The forward lunge, the deep, penetrating bite through the longest fangs of any snake in the Americas, the venom delivery, the entire sequence is complete before the prey animal's nervous system has fully registered the contact. The prey rarely travels far. What makes the Bushmaster specifically dangerous to humans is not aggression. It is geometry. It lives in exactly the terrain that humans move through on foot. Forest trails, riverbank paths, the margins where farmland meets deep forest. It is large enough that a single bite delivers a critical venom load. It is camouflaged well enough that it is routinely stepped on or disturbed without being detected until contact is already made. And it inhabits areas where hospitals and anti-venom can be hours or days away by river. The Bushmaster does not seek human encounters, but when they happen, and in the Amazon they happen with a regularity the medical literature documents in precise detail, the consequences are severe in ways that few other snake species can match. The anti-venom situation makes everything worse. Lachesis antivenom is among the most difficult to produce and least available of any snake antivenom in South America. The snake's rarity and the difficulty of maintaining specimens in captivity for venom extraction means chronic undersupply across the Amazon region, the communities deepest in the forest, exactly where Bushmaster encounters are most likely, are also the communities furthest from the facilities that carry antivenom. That gap between where bites happen and where treatment exists is one of the most serious and least discussed problems in Amazonian tropical medicine. In the deep forest tonight, on a trail that only small mammals and this snake know about, the Bushmaster is already there. It arrived before dark. It has been motionless for hours. Its heat sensors are mapping the thermal landscape of the forest floor in complete darkness. It is not waiting for you. It does not know you are coming. But the trail you are walking and the game trail it is hunting are the same path. And in the Amazon, in the dark, on a forest floor that has been doing this for millions of years, that coincidence is the only introduction the Bushmaster has ever needed.